thumbs up, okay, and then when I hit the record, that's when we can go ahead and start blathering on.
Okay, I hear you,
Okay. Can you hear
and
yourself?
I hear me.
Okay, that works. Okay. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and start the recording here in three, two, one. Hello, everybody. This is Circuit Main, and we are on Saturday, September the 25th. We just barely got finished watching the new Pony, My Little Pony movie. Sorry, I've also had a few ales. My bad. No,
Well,
I'm
you
not.
gotta treat what ails you.
You gotta treat what ails me, yes. Okay, but yeah, sorry. I just wanted to make sure I was a little loose on this because I just wanted this to be free form, and usually I'm a little more rigid when it comes to the show. Ironically, um, so yeah, the Netflix My Little Pony movie for Generation 5 has basically been released for over 24 hours now. It actually released yesterday at midnight in whatever time zone you were because it had a rolling rollout. You could probably actually have time zoned into another one and watch it on Thursday if you really wanted. But
Hi, Australia. How you doing?
But beside that, I just wanted to give a quick heads up that this is going to be talking about the Generation 5 movie. So, yeah, if I don't need to warn you, there is going to be nothing but spoilers. Super spoilers, ultra spoilers, the ultra megazord of spoilers. Do not continue watching this if you have not watched the movie and you do not want to know anything that's happening. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to spill our guts on a lot of shit that happened.
Also, over spoilers is a thing. Yes, I was trying to
Spoilers
be
upon your spoilers.
This is the poggers of spoilers. We are basically play of the spoilers. This is hollow spoilers. We're knights of the spoilers. Okay, I'm gonna get into some really weird crap if I keep going. So yeah, with that, all warning has been given. Let's go ahead and jump into the talk.
Oh
So,
my god, that beginning. Oh, that beginning. Like,
I felt for it. That was awesome to have the VAs back. Oh my
Ha-
god.
Tabitha going from normal to a crazed lunatic and smash cutting to the children playing with the figures was so. I felt also right.
it was a nice homage to Generation 4 before bringing in 5 literally exploding. But yeah,
And
oh
there's always that one kid who wants to go adventures and laser shoots everything.
yeah, there always is. Yeah,
At least here it's oddly fitting.
surprisingly
yes, it
so.
is.
Yes,
Because they
because
blatantly
boys
said
like lasers, and even girls at that age.
Yeah,
they taught that unicorns use lasers.
they use lasers and they
And
melt
let
your
us not forget they also
Well,
taught
not all
Big Eye.
unicorns. You have to be very skilled for that, but they don't know that.
they use their lasers and they melt your brains and they also take over your minds at the same time and then they poke you in the eye with that thing.
Izzy's
They
way of
basically
phrasing.
made the sorry.
Izzy's way of phrasing when she said, "I know what you're thinking," and he says, "Oh no, they can read our minds."
Yeah. So
I love that comedy analyze of Izzy is just saying, "Oh, I know what's probably going on through your head." Conditioning. Oh my god! Also, can we admit Sprout is a bitch?
Sprout's a mama's boy in the worst way, which is hilarious.
He's been coddled too often, and I have a feeling he doesn't have a father because his mother seems to be the only influence in his life.
Can I'm gonna say this. I would bet money that Sprout's the kid that had the mom that got her husband. They got the kid, and then she basically probably thought him like a deadbeat or something, and basically kicked him to the curb and just raised him all on her own. Or worse,
Or died, either
or
or.
worse, he's that
He's
dad that is never
Two
around.
deadbeats.
He's that dad that's just never around in general. You know, he's just hiding away. He's like probably in the basement and just like, I just want to watch my sports. I don't care. Leave me alone. Just, you know, the mom,
Alpha Biddle, like, oh, that voice choice for him was so good.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
VAs. Well, on point.
All right. Let's start off with the first topic. The characters. Let's start with the characters. The main cast. Honestly, I kind of already had an idea of what to expect when coming into this, but they surprised me in a few cases, and I did like it though.
in the terms of Pip, I kind of expected her to be somewhat, but there was one surprise. She wasn't over selfish of her popularity to keep complaining about it or be a snob. It kind of showed her, like, at least their mother raised them right, unlike Phyllis.
I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
The movie needs more Pip. I'm sure you'll get more Pip eventually, but I mean,
Pip was a fine addition. I honestly prefer.
She
Zip.
was, but the thing is, some people are. I saw one comment in another server saying that they were disappointed she didn't get to do more.
well, I mean, she
She
kind of
was a
got
side
brought
character.
in. She kind of got
Yeah.
brought in later on, so I'm not surprised that she couldn't do more. But I mean, we already knew that Sunny Starscout had the top billing, and Izzy was the one that started the whole insanity going on.
I was surprised Hitch was still going through and wasn't just a pickup back at home base.
No. I mean, yeah.
Hitch
I
was
mean,
proactive. He has a heart of gold.
he has a heart of gold, and apparently the soul of Fluttershy with the way animals just basically like, oh.
But
I
he
think-
could
Look at him.
communicate
He's a
with them.
swimsuit model. He's a swimsuit model.
Oh my god, that fireman one that got me like, oh, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Oh my god.
Also, let's say I kind of guessed some of their elements, and from what I saw and what I heard for this movie, I think Hitch is actually more loyalty because he's stuck with Sunny Starscout all this time because he basically said, "I'm your only friend in this town."
Ouch! But no, I think he's the element of trash pickup. Because that was his one thing. Pick up that litter. He knows his litters.
Well,
Yeah.
also it's because of the law and that whole shtick.
I would love.
I am the law.
I would love to see a police officer just come out, pick up that litter. Just.
Well,
yeah.
some
Sprout
officers
are the-
do that.
Yeah. Okay, but all the main characters did have a chance to shine. I think they had their moments. I even grew a little bit to toothpaste hair. Still don't like the hair, but I get the reason behind it a little bit more now. I still don't like it. I don't.
I made I'm sorry. Go on.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I mean, really didn't have anything else there other than I just don't like the mane. I don't.
Okay,
know why.
I made a prediction that I might like Zip from the trailer. A personal prediction that I might like Zip and Izzy the most out of the cast from the little bit of what I saw, but I didn't solely base on it because of how little the trailer gave us, and I really like their characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. I mean, Zip's the one that's like, I actually want to fly. I'm sick of this facade, and it's just like, no, I want to do my own thing. I don't want to be a fake.
I
No,
think
yeah.
Pip, if there were elements, I think Pip would be generosity or kindness because she was just going along with whatever her mother said.
I'll go with that, but I know that their elements are already exposed, but they're different elements altogether. I don't have the flow sheet for it though.
Yeah,
There was one that was the exact same, and there is a sixth element missing. But I think I got a theory behind all of that altogether. But that's
Actually,
something
I
I'm
think
working on.
so too, and I think that might be introduced later into the series.
No, I think it already
So,
has been
Creature,
introduced.
What you going to say?
I think it has been introduced, but not in the way we expected.
I was gonna say the
Oh,
elements
you mean
thing
the little?
should.
sorry.
I don't think that applies to this generation because
I'm
I personally don't see like any one particular element to any one particular character,
No,
and the ones that are being drawn that I'm listening to, I don't entirely agree with.
and
That's
fair.
okay.
no,
It's all conjecture at this point because we only saw the movie. We haven't seen the series or the characters developed more.
Or the book.
right.
Also, I remembered a certain thing that Twilight said in the season 9. The Tree of Harmony is always evolving, fitting where the needs of the world needs it, and that kind of hit with me because one of the elements themselves have changed somewhat.
Yeah,
And
but
there's
didn't
no
the tree
need
also
for
explode
magic.
and turn into a tree house?
Hmm.
That a
I'm
hippogriff
more
was
to
using
talk
for
about
a
the
chicken coop?
concept of no more treehouse, but it's all around the world. Heck, those crystals could have came from the treehouse for all we knew.
In a way, I'm thinking they might have, but that's a theory that a theory that I want to explore a little bit before I actually talk about it, because I want to make sure I get all my ducks in a row.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to.
I think we all can agree we enjoyed the main cast, and we.
I don't think anybody. I mean, even Izzy, even though Izzy's basically the unicorn version of Pinkie Pie, she still.
Oh
has
yeah,
good
that
moments,
song that solidified Pinkie and Rarity love child.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not just setting these theories in stone. It's just a thoughts going through my head that before and now more coming in after watching the movie and what I've seen.
Oh God, I just combined Rarity and Pinkie Pie's name, and it sums up Izzy in a funny way. Parody. I'm gonna walk away now. Sorry. Okay, that was terrible. But yeah, I mean, does anybody have any real cons against any of the main cast? I mean, big cons. Big cons. I mean, yeah.
I did have cons until I actually saw them.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was gonna hate every single one of them based on like how they were advertised.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the only one I really had a true issue with was Izzy, because I thought she was like a little bit too ditzy, but it wasn't to the point where I got annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes a trailer can be detrimental depending on what you show.
Well, trailer and advertising did not paint. Well, they basically painted Izzy at the hyperactive one, which unfortunately, yeah, if you're not careful, it can.
They were trying to sell the Pinkie Pie vibes because everyone loved Pinkie Pie.
The problem is that even Pinkie Pie became a little too Pinkie Pie at times.
Well, also it showed that Izzy was the one with the upbeat spirit, and Phil Lamar's character had a similar upbeat spirit, but he was more into a passion rather than,
Yeah, that's just, okay. Anyway, so the main characters, okay. How about the side characters? The Queen, Alpha Biddle, the Sprouts. The side characters.
We already talked about Sprout to some point, Circuit.
Say what?
I'm sorry, but Sprout is not a bad character. I just hate that character trope.
I don't know. I kind of like the whole idea. I mean, yeah, it's a common character trope, but it kind of worked for him.
He reminds me of someone trying to gain approval from everyone else and his mother that he is important, but in actuality, he is not that important. And the more he tried, the more he failed, and the more he failed, the more out of control and detrimental his actions became.
Essentially, he's the person that is a great follower, but the problem is that if you're a great follower, if you become leader, you tend to follow the angry mob.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that actually fits in really well, because I mean, what ended up stopping him? His mom stopped standing in front of him and just telling him stop.
Well, he didn't want to run over his mother, and this was at least PG, if not PG-13. If it was our different story.
But I did kind of like it though. It basically, yeah. I mean, he's essentially the villain. He was the quintessential mama's boy, being controlled by his mom. But even she realized that he was going over edge. She didn't exactly put a stop to it. Yeah.
Like, she was so proud of her son that she didn't want to admit to herself that he's going out of control at one point during the construction scene.
Synchrony, the key to a good villain is a good villain song. Name one good villain that has a horrible villain song. Even a horrible villain can have a good villain song, and it turns them around entirely. There's Rasputin from Anastasia. His villain song, immaculate.
That song does not compare to this. That song was brilliant.
Hey, come on, this isn't too bad either. This isn't too bad either.
But all kidding aside, yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But no.
Also, second, the song was In the Dark of the Night.
I know what I'm talking. Yes, I know it's The Dark of the Night. What did you think I was singing? What did you think I was thinking? I mean, but I mean, yeah, the Dark of the Night. Be prepared. Yeah, the great villain songs. Yeah, it doesn't compare to like the massive villain songs that you could probably repeat forever. But you got to admit, you'd hear this playing on YouTube or on the radio, and you would enjoy it. You wouldn't switch the station.
Yeah, I know where you're trying to go with the
Yeah.
similarities you were trying to make.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, he's you know he's a good villain with a good villain song. Granted, yeah, he's the quintessential whiny mama's boy, which is still terrible, but it fits for My Little Pony, especially.
And she dodged the question at the end of the movie, like, "Am I a good sheriff?" And she's, "Look, a flying dog."
She doesn't want to admit that he's an idiot. I mean,
Well,
She
that
didn't
would
want to
reflect
admit that she
on
raised
her.
an idiot.
I mean, she should, but she's never going to. We all know this kind of person.
Because we all know that Karens love to shift blame and never take responsibility.
Alpha Biddle, though, that was interesting. I mean, we talk about crap characters. We are talking about somebody who basically was playing games that he was extremely good at just to take things from other ponies. Granted, he didn't force him into the games, but at the same time, it was like a no mercy situation.
Like he's
Then
so
again,
jaded,
it's
like
Noel Lamar, so
he's so jaded, like I don't care who I take this from. I'm playing my games and I'm having fun and enjoying everyone's misery.
If you want to challenge me, I will destroy you without mercy and take your stuff and laugh the whole way.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's not going to force anybody into it, though. At least from what I can tell, he doesn't force people into it.
Yeah, they were just trying to challenge him to either to get stuff or free service from what I saw.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he does run a bar, and if they don't have the money to pay the tab, they might as well try to win.
Actually,
Some,
speaking of which, I gotta
refreshment.
throw that out there. Essentially, we kind of got the leaders of the 3 pony tribes for the moment. But it's kind of funny. We got the CEO of a factory, we got the queen of the Pegasus, and then we got a bar owner that's really good at Dance Dance Revolution. Something is not adding up here.
A bar owner that's also a draft horse unicorn. Please, someone explain that to me.
Somebody
yeah.
explain that.
His stature was different
Yeah.
from other ponies. I just forgot the name of that kind of horse.
Well,
Yeah.
also it could be breeding. I mean, we did have troubleshoes.
Troubleshoes was an Earth pony.
I know, but
It's a gross word.
we know from the cakes that Pegasus and unicorns can come from F ponies.
Synchrony, yeah, Alpha Biddle is a pro gamer. The best way we could compare it is think of Terry Crews being really good at DDR.
Anyone want to tell him that Terry Crews is
I would actually
good
love
at
to
video
see-
games?
I would love to see Terry Crews on a DDR machine, but that's basically the comparison I got.
I would
Hey,
feel
hey.
miserably at a DDR machine these days.
Hey, while we're on that topic, can someone please explain how that machine is supposed to fucking work?
I
The
don't
freaking
know.
hedgehog's powering it. Like,
I'm sorry,
Okay.
but no, it does not work that way.
It shouldn't work that
understand
way.
They have some kind of mechanism to show lights, but they don't have some kind of mechanism to show the actual thing happening.
Actually, I wonder if it's a combination thing. They don't exactly have an RNG simulator on it. So they do have power to it in the way that it lights up. However, the hedgehogs actually run a motor that randomly pulls up different arrows for them to press in time.
Okay.
I think he's talking about the electronic elements, like the pressing of the lighting up of the DDR machine.
At the same, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I need an internal diagram of how this thing works, or else I'm going shenanigans.
Okay, creature, you know how a slot machine works? That it's
I am
just
aware of how a slot machine works.
I think something like that with the mechanism to stop it, but that is my interpretation. I can't tell you anything beyond that.
actually,
Unless he has hedgehogs underneath the bar in his basement running that too.
it makes me wonder a little bit about the technology in each of the cities.
I
speaking
was
of
about to bring that up because
But
we
let's hold on the technologies just a little bit
Okay.
longer because we still got to talk about one more bit character that had a part to play, the queen, Queenie, which I'll give her all the credit in the world. First off, dedication to a crown. You put a bathing cap on a crown. You know you want to take care of that thing, but
He was in love with her bling.
But her dedication to her kids, though, that's another thing entirely. We're talking about somebody who told who was on the news that said, "Run for your lives, kids," and then escaped jail just to find them and make sure they're okay. That's a mother right there. That is a good mother.
That is a good mother.
I mean, yeah,
Phyllis, bad mother.
she's an
Queenie, good
egotistical
mother.
She's an
See the difference,
egotistical.
kids?
Yeah, the CEO's a bad mother or overbearing mother. She's the overbearing ones. Doesn't tell her kids that they maybe aren't suited for something and they need to get their head straight.
And by the way, can we just say, if it wasn't for the fact that Sunny's dad is dead, he would be the damn leader of the F ponies.
I don't
No, he
know.
wouldn't.
They seem opposed to their ideas.
No, he wouldn't. He wasn't leader. He was a wise sage that taught Sunny. But I will give him credit. I will give My Little Pony all the credit for actually denoting that her dad is dead. And even much as having a memorial corner for
No
him.
on-screen death, but just like Applejack's parents, they died sometime off-screen.
They died sometime off screen, but you got the picture, you got the little emblem that he wore, you got his glasses. You have the Japanese shrine to the lost member, and that is huge for My Little Pony.
Oh yeah.
When they're talking, they basically G4 had shooting stars and two trees entwined together, and the other generations don't even think about asking about dead parents or dead anybody.
On the point of since we're on the references, I saw a pony icon in the Pegasus City that reminded me of Sony.
Yeah.
Oh, that you should see the screens there.
Of the Pegasus City was a large modern day reference.
Actually,
Yeah.
They have freaking ZBC.
I mean,
Think about
Also, before I forget, the Earth Pony Theater had posters of like Harry Trotter and
all right,
Horns.
okay, we're starting to slip into cities here, so let's go into it. Let's talk about the cities a little bit. Talk about Maritime Bay. The technology, it seems like it's kind of almost the exact same technology that the original the G4 of My Little Pony was at, where you got machines and mechanical things that run off of steam or electricity, or probably both. But they got movies. They actually have a working movie theater. They got a trolley and a smoothie machine.
Yeah, their level of utilization of electricity is pretty impressive.
I mean, for crying out loud, that sheriff station, I want to comb every inch of that, because I am almost positive they got an Andy Griffith show reference in there somewhere.
The fact that we have a sheriff and a deputy, and the deputy is like, "Oh, I don't know about that, boss. How about I stay here?"
Yeah.
That is freaking Andy Griffiths and Bonnie Fife. Only if Bonnie Fife was a dick.
No, no, we're
he
not
was
gonna
a
make Barney Fife
baller
a dick.
Yeah, I already said it earlier, so I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, we got the sheriff and the deputy, but no, that's not enough. I mean, the best you could do is maybe there's actually a little shot that you could see of the jail cell that they have in the corner for their imprisoned.
Notice.
I forget the term that they use.
Like interim troublemakers.
Yeah. The temporary
Also-
holdings,
Mainly
yeah.
Otis. Sorry.
Also, when I have a chance, I have a long thing to say and don't want to get interrupted.
You know what?
Okay.
Let's-
no one
okay,
interrupt
everybody-
Preacher, let him go.
Okay,
stage is
Preacher,
yours.
go for it. And if anybody interrupts, I will mute them immediately.
Okay, so you have this city that's at least within the I would say 40s ish. You have an industrial factory with a lot of OSHA violations, but that's beside the point. They have automated machines. They have high tech. I don't know if I would call it military grade, but I am. Of like defense systems in place. Please explain to me how that city does not have a citywide like alarm system.
What? Huh. Honestly,
Well,
They have
technically
a bell.
they did.
They have one bell.
Maybe they have many bell stations all over and we didn't see them.
Or hear them.
and
Or intercoms.
it also might.
If so, then someone was slacking on their job.
You had one guy yelling to an open, panicked crowd.
Actually, you know what'd be
and
funny?
one bell.
You know what'd be funny as hell if the guy that was floating away on the balloons was the guy that was usually sounding the alarm.
Oh, that would have been perfect. Like, oh, there goes our alarm.
There goes our alarm guy. Oh, no
technician
worries.
guy.
Pegasus haven't attacked us in centuries. So as we'd see them coming, they're up in the air.
I actually applaud that town's defense systems for having, like, actual traps. Granted, they're not really smart.
Actually,
people, you know,
here's the funny thing. I gotta give them credit on one part, though. I gotta wonder a little bit. That entire town, they had a visual demonstration of the new traps and systems that they were setting up, including a box trap, and they already had that all over the city. So did they just set them all up and then they decide to show it, or did they manage to actually roll it out?
Or maybe
within
it's
an
like
hour?
World Trigger that I saw, or any other anime. They have the bricks coming apart. It was actually not cobblestone bricks. It was just metal panels, and they pushed forward the traps from beneath the ground.
Okay. Also, one other thing: the crash test dummy pony has to be a character. We have to do some.
It's a reference to Crash Test Dummies.
I know it's a reference to Crash Test Dummies, but we gotta push it. We gotta make it like not the Derpy, but like the Lyra or Bonbon of G4, the G5 Crash Test Pony. Just something that's just there. Be funny. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. But no, it is kind of funny that they don't have a citywide alarm system of any sort. But I don't know. Maybe they figure the traps are enough. These traps will immediately capture a unicorn. So we
have a tech stallion.
Hi, Tech. We just watched the movie. We are spoiling the ever-loving crud-ski doodles out of it.
Oh, don't worry. I saw it yesterday. Twice.
Okay.
All right. Well, we already talked about the main characters and the side characters, and we were talking about Maritime Bay. I did like the. Okay, I gotta go. I can't believe that they already destroyed the main character, one of the main characters' home in the movie. We had to wait for 4 seasons and a giant DBZ battle for the tree library to get destroyed. The freaking lighthouse gets taken out by freaking Gundam Pony.
I wonder
if a Gundam. That is more of a mobile armor.
I know it's a mobile armor, but I want to do Gundam Pony because I think it's funny. So
I wonder if Sunny will take up. I wonder if Sunny will take up residence in Town Hall.
I don't know. I want to bet money that they just had a bunch of unicorns put the lighthouse back together. Or actually, it'd be funny if she ended up sleeping in the sheriff's office for a while they rebuilt the house and was just in the jail cell the whole time.
Well, it's a bed. Might as well use it.
What burn did Argyle give to Phyllis?
Probably a comment on her son. We might have missed it.
Maybe. Well, we'll see what Syncry, if Syncry's able to elaborate a little bit, just because I can't remember that right off the top. All right,
I didn't hear that quite right, Circuit.
Syncry was talking about Argyle is only in for a few minutes and delivers a sick burn towards Phyllis. I'm not. I think those are the two. I think I recall them being the two Pegasus guards.
The Karen and Phil Lamar.
What?
Sorry, the Karen.
No, I don't remember that.
Argyle. No,
Right.
It's Alpha Biddle, and I don't remember the Karen's name, but it's Alpha Biddle. Yeah.
The Karen's name is Phyllis, if that's what you're trying to remember.
Really? Is it Argyle? Is it Argyle? Anyway, while we wait for Syncry on that a little bit, let's go ahead and jump into the next city here. Wow, I can't believe I forgot the Cloud City.
The Cloud City is just decked out in electronics. Like, their mastery of electricity is far beyond the other two.
Basically, it's almost like looking at New York with Pegasus. It's pretty much exactly what it is. New York in the clouds of Pegasus.
Yeah, it's almost like G4 was in the 1800s, while G5 is like, what, today?
No, it's beyond today. They got technology even higher than us at this point.
It's 2077.
It's 2077.
No.
Oh God, God no, God no.
Well, here's something that I believe CMC and I were debating in an after call. What is defined ancient? Because ancient to G4 was 1,000 years.
Well, ancient to G4 was kind of 1,000 years, but I think they're I don't know. I think they may have changed in regards to this, but
the fact that their history books are saying differently about the other species tells me this is way beyond 1,000 years.
Also,
there's a lot of
question. And we know for a fact that Wendigos always come whenever the tribes.
Well, actually, we're not going to delve into that because
they were destroyed in the season finale of season 9.
No, there's a lot more involved with this. In all honesty, there's a massive. I could throw a giant theory out to you guys right now that could probably explain a hell of a lot of things. Granted, it's also conjecture, guessing, and educated thoughts based on what we've seen with G4, G5, and my best estimations. However, we are just talking about the movie, not what the hell happened between the two.
That is for another day.
Exactly. So, back to the City in the Clouds, which has a McDonald's there. There actually is a McDonald's in there.
With hamburgers.
I must have missed the McDonald's.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, it's only there for a quick moment. And in fact, I saw somebody posting a screenshot of it. That's the only reason I know it exists. It's like a McWingers or something like that.
Yeah. Larson, he will give you wings.
McWingies, and it makes me wonder. Oh God, do they? Oh, the Hayburgers. God, oh, that would be so awesome if they had the Princess Hayburger, but they don't even know that it wasn't named after their princess. It was named after Twilight.
Or maybe it's the McWingers and Larson is actually the clown, Ronald McDonald.
Oh, don't do that to Larson. Calling him the clown. Ronald McLarson.
I don't feel him as a clown. I just thought that would be funny.
It would be funny, but I feel so bad doing that, comparing that. Anyway, I gotta admit though,
I didn't think of it beforehand.
I do admit though, I do like how they approach the Oh.
What?
Oh wow! Oh, this hurts.
We can get to that later. Continue.
Okay, I'll get to that later. Oh God! Wow. Sorry. Little sneak preview for you guys.
Oh, the rating.
Not sneak preview for later. Moving on. So I do gotta admit, I liked how their prisons were actually were almost like suites in a hotel. That was nice. That was funny.
If we're about to execute them or banish them, might as well let them live a life of luxury.
I don't think they have the ability to execute.
That's not a suite. That is a freaking spa day right there.
No, let's put it this way. They probably have never seen a unicorn or earth pony for centuries. The only dissidents that they ever got for their prison were fellow Pegasus and probably doing something stupid. So they just put him in there for a stay for a day or two. So, but they don't want him to be uncomfortable. They're Pegasus like us.
With cells like that, I wonder if some of them were just do crimes just to get a free spa day.
Maybe, or if they had cells like that, what the hell are their homes like?
Probably luxurious.
Probably beyond luxurious.
The economy is booming here.
Yeah. Or who knows? Maybe the queen is actually really nice to her victims, quote unquote.
He kills them with kindness, confirmed.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the best way to kill them with kindness. Give them everything they want. They'll spill their guts for no matter what the hell is going on. You gave me a facial. Yeah, there was a Pegasus. I was delivering illegal drugs. The fuck? What? This is Generation 5, not Generation Law and Order. Okay, and finally in our tour of the cities, we got
Bridlewood.
Thank you, Bridlewood.
Hold on.
No, wait, what about the
Hold on, hold on. Anybody else?
It can be talked about later in a different subject.
Sweet.
Okay.
No, before we move on, I want to point out the ruins underneath the city.
Oh yes, the ruins. How could I forget the ruins?
How could you?
Granted, I love the fact that there are basically subway ruins under the city that nobody knows about or cares about. But it's almost like having an entire a futuristic city on top of a freaking Aztec temple. It's how do you not know these are down there unless nobody really cares about the past in any way?
It could have gone.
Hey, second, remember that show on either National Geographic or...
We are not talking about Pompeii.
Reminds me
I'm
of.
talking about History Channel, Underground Cities or something like that.
Yeah, like New York City. New York City had this subway, like abandoned subway at some point, or am I thinking about something else?
Did they?
Nope. Let me do a quick check.
Anyway.
Oh no, that was in a movie. Never mind. I remembered wrong.
Actually, what I really wonder then, just for the fun thought of, oh, never mind, it just hit me. The one thing I was wondering is, why in the world would they have a giant fan down there? Then it's just like, oh, yeah, let the other races experience flight. Okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, sorry I cut you off, Toa.
No,
That's all right. I'm still looking at
he's
it.
still researching it, but no, I liked it. I mean, you basically just got a train station down there, and that's about it. But it's still, oh my god, oh my god, that meant creature.
Oh, okay, from now on, I'm just gonna flood your flood your DM. You just keep talking and you look at it whenever you're done.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't expect that. I was just going to take a look and keep talking, but I did not expect that.
I thought that was going to be a show chat spoilers.
No, he showed. Moving on. So yeah, Subway. It is awesome. I actually wonder if that is going to make a bit of a comeback as the season 1 progresses. Actually, that'd be interesting if they made a whole episode based on trying to restore that subway.
Mm-hmm.
What they might discover regarding it.
Fix this sub. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There is one thing I did notice that was kind of interesting. The whole subway, the only thing that you saw of any indication of the former main 6 was Twilight Sparkle's Cutie mark, and that was it.
Yeah.
Which does give you an indication when the whole city itself might have been built, when they started
long
building
after her friends were probably gone.
Probably long after she might have even been gone, and that was just a symbol that people remembered.
I think I have an idea who would run the subway station if they were to bring it back.
Okay, the dog? I can see the dog running the subway.
There's one character toward the end, if I'm allowed to reveal that.
Yeah, I mean, we're spoiler heavy, so go nuts.
Yeah, toward the end, there's a character that looks almost exactly like Cole, with the glasses, the curly hair, and the hat.
Oh my god!
Wasn't that the other? Wasn't she? I thought that was a she for. No, it's a he, an older he, and yeah, wasn't he running the trolley for Maritime Bay to begin with?
I must have missed quite a few details.
Oh, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah. You might have thought he had wings or something, or.
No, it could still be him running the tram over in there, but I don't know. It could
oh,
be.
that's right. You didn't say he had wings. Never mind then.
Yeah. Well, he was in Maritime Bay to begin with, so he wouldn't have wings, or at least hopefully he wouldn't. That'd be a hell of an animation error, wouldn't it? So you see wings on an Earth pony in a CG movie. That's a bad animation error right there.
Speaking of animation errors, I saw Izzy's cutie mark in her home on her flank.
No, they all have their cutie marks.
I didn't see it on Sunny.
No, I didn't see any of them on Zip or Pip.
No,
they did have cutie marks, but only on one side.
Yeah, they're on the right flank.
Oh, really?
They are on the right flank. They unfortunately they seem to be experiencing Hasbro's disease, or what we assume to be Hasbro's disease, but it may have also been the fact that they double cutie marked them in the G4 just to make them easier to identify instead of having the blink.
Either the lack of magic only allowed them to have it on one side, or both sides or the other side was brought back when the magic was brought back.
It's honestly really hard to tell because the previous generations only had them at one side. It was only G4 that really had them on two sides.
Really?
Also,
I did not know.
going back to the
Yeah,
underground
if you
city
research it, it gets
underneath the
really
pavement,
interesting. So there is a possibility that G4 might have just been the fluke of the Cutie mark. But they are there. They are absolutely there. Granted, that you do have to look a little harder to spot them because of the fuzziness and everything.
By the way, the show that I recall that you can watch on History's YouTube channel is called Cities of the Underworld, which
Probably talking
Oh, I
about the
think I saw the
prohibition
episode
cities.
with the catacombs under Paris.
yeah.
The catacombs under Paris. You probably also had prohibition tunnels that were under New York as well, and Chicago.
Oh, that's what I was remembering. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Sonic. Sonic. So far, we actually enjoyed the movie quite a lot. It surpassed the expectations, which, admittedly, expectations were ridiculously low, but it did
they
it.
were basement. They were basement.
No, they were
dude.
not
Don't
basement.
lie.
They were not basement.
No, they weren't basement, at least not for me, because I'm not going to judge it on the trailer or the marketing alone. I will judge it when it comes out.
Yeah, basically, I took it with the same grain of salt that I did with Pony Life, which, I still think is an okay series. I don't think it's great in any regard, but it's okay for popcorn. For something stupid. Anyway. We'll get to that later, Sonic. Actually, we will get to that much later because somebody already threw it out at me. But so finally getting to Bridlewood, right?
That's the last one.
Bridlewood's the one I can't get a grasp on their technology because you only get the one really other than Izzy's house, which is full of crafts and knickknacks, which are pretty awesome crafts and knickknacks. You basically get the equivalent of a tea coffee house with a Dance Dance Revolution machine run by mice. There's not a lot to go on.
Hedgehogs.
You know, that town is with the technology, that's probably closest to G4.
Were those hedgehogs?
Yeah,
I think they were either that or guinea pigs.
No, please tell me they were hedgehogs. Because if I recall,
I
they had
think
blue hair,
so.
didn't they?
Yes.
Blue-haired hedgehogs.
One of them was a hedgehog, at least, from what I remember.
Oh dear.
No,
God.
both of them were hedgehogs in the wheel. Never mind.
No, if they were, even if they were two hedgehogs, if they had blue hair, that would be a hell of a reference.
One of them had green hair. That
Oh.
I can say for sure.
Oh man, well, you gotta have green hair. But Bridlewood's the only one I can't get a feed on, which is really questionable.
But here's the thing, though. This was a place once filled with magic, and now.
Well, it wasn't filled with magic for the longest time, though, and they're living in tree houses essentially. It would
They
look
were
like
probably had magic, but then lost it when living at this place, so it became more essential to get electricity in their structures.
If you would think so, but it almost seems like it's like one of those elven tree villages, but with a bunch of hippies in a coffee shop.
Well, they could use it sparingly, like a limited generator or other places.
Also, here's something else of note. It took like either a day or less than a day to get to all three.
No, it didn't take less than a day. I mean, they had that whole campout scene after the fiasco.
And
Yeah.
remember, during that song montage, a lot of days and moons went by.
Oh yeah, well, did they? Yeah, I guess they did. Yeah, yeah. So there's it's at least a day, a full day's walk between each of the cities, if not more.
Yeah.
I'd say a day and
but
a half.
that's something that I'm like, this is only that area that they know, because none of them have been outside the cities. None of them have been beyond the cities now.
Anyway, I gotta admit I actually saw a trend going on with each of the cities that I was hoping was gonna follow with the Unicorn City, but it didn't quite work the way I was hoping, which is kind of disappoints me because I thought I had something and then blew out of the water, kind of. But I'll get to
I
that.
kind of like that
I'll get to that
thing
later.
of submitting the expectation of, okay, we got technology here, we got technology here. What is the unicorns going to be? Oh, they got nothing.
Well, anyway, yeah, Syncre, it does seem like they're a little closer knit, but I think, they might just be a small part of the future Equestria, but I think it also might be the only parts of the future Equestria that we, or maybe there's more. We don't know. Right now we're basically working off a movie that we have. Granted.
Oh yeah, Izzy pointed out crystals. Maybe that's how they power some of their lights. Crystals.
It could be, but
Could
they
be.
were pretty underpowered when we were initially there. We saw them start to glow up a little bit as the magic
Maybe
was
they
being released.
glow more during the night.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's an interesting thought, and I like the whole idea of like the mystic unicorn city that looks like it's full of elves, but it's just it looks kind of run down like a bunch of beatniks in a coffee shop. Actually, that is kind of funny, giving it some thought. But no, my big thing that I was noticing is I was noticing a lot of Earth ponies had like medium length hair, and I noticed all of the Pegasus had really short hair because of the wings. I thought the unicorns would just be like a Izzy with the long hair, and so I looked really closely when I was watching the Bridlewood segment. It's like, well, they have the long hair, but it's like long in the front with giant bangs and just looking like hipsters, which is like,
more like hippies. Well, more hippies than hipsters, though.
well, yeah, more hippie-ish, which kind of also fits with Izzy, considering her energy and the fact that she has beads in her hair. Well, in any case,
all enjoyable.
no, it was definitely enjoyable. And Bridlewood, I wish we could get a bigger view on, but at the same time, the small part we got does leave a lot to the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, technically, we kind of got a small part of every town outside of Maritime Bay, because that's where the majority of the movie was.
Maybe when the series comes out, we'll get a bigger view of it.
I hope so. I really do. But okay, so that's for the cities. Now let's go into story. The actual story itself. I think it was pretty good. You know, the whole concept. Oh, what? You know, do you have magic? Oh, you don't? Let's go find magic. Oh no, you don't have magic either. Let's go find magic. Oh no, we don't have the magic. No way, we gotta just come together. Oh wait, there's the magic.
Honestly, I like it better if it's told like this. Is a threat comes into town, that threat was not a threat, and now you have to work with the threat to find out what's going on.
She never thought that unicorns were a threat. Everybody else thought the threat, and they still did until the giant. For crying out loud, they had the giant angry mob before they realized that unicorns weren't a threat.
And they had the slimes catapults.
Yeah.
But still, I love the thing of, okay, we need to find magic, when it's found out no one knows what the magic is, but someone's like, hey, I saw this, I didn't understand it, maybe you can.
No, admittedly, I was a little bit glad that it wasn't just the magic MacGuffins that brought back the magic, though they probably amplified the whole thing once it was unlocked. Kind of like that whole Twilight Sparkle and the Spark that showed.
They were the instruments, but the real igniter was the ponies themselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, pretty much is.
I kind of like the also symbolism of them putting a picture back together that was filled with love.
Yeah. Plus, it was a little send off to Karen there when she finally realized that maybe she took this thing a little too far. I mean, granted, having the crash test dummy and the pony flying away in balloons. I mean, my God. You think?
And that Periscope pony, he ate shit down on the off the stage.
I could see where they were going with that, but that was still kind of funny. Well, part of the show. Ignore the pony on the ground. That's probably out of concussion.
Kind of remind me of Enemy's parents from Owl House, but yet they were more competent.
You get your weird parents there. But yeah, I mean, knock on the movie plot. Admittedly, it is a pretty solid plot to go with, and it works out for what it was trying to expose. Granted, it also destroyed a lighthouse in the process, so fair game.
Also, it wasn't the same old hero's journey of Band of Misfits journey to get the MacGuffin.
Actually, it was
a journey to restore the magic. Then it became a story to get some MacGuffins.
It literally was the hero's journey. There was nothing in there that wasn't part of the hero's journey. You had the hero, you had the guru that taught the hero the lessons, but unfortunately died. You had them teaming up with a bunch of members. You You had them overcoming complication after complication, and then they encountered the one that actually set them back. You had the sad moment, and then the realization.
There's a
and
reason why the
reignition
hero's
of
journey
hope.
is so popular.
Oh, no,
It's a good story setup.
It's a good story setup. It's just used so often, it's impossible not to see it sometimes.
I'd like to point something out about the magic MacGuffins.
Go for the
Thank
magic
you.
MacGuffin. Oh, did you see what I see? But go for it.
I'm really happy that the magic MacGuffins didn't contribute to the end of the climax.
That's true. That's fair. I will give it absolutely that. Though,
It didn't actually come into play and do anything until the conflict was over.
yeah.
Yes, that's actually a good change of pace
I'm
because
so happy with
we
that.
saw that
yeah.
too often in G4.
No, but you see that too often in general. You just get the magic MacGuffin and it's like, oh, I got the power and everything is now happy and A-okay. It's like, I got nothing. I got a bunch of crystals and it did nothing. So I guess we have to figure
I
this
got
out
crystal.
ourselves.
I got gem. I got a rock.
Actually, there's an irony there. Now, no, did anybody else notice the funny thing about the crystals?
Aside from like the Earth ponies had like a diamond, Pegasus had a jade, and Unicorns had a sapphire.
No, but that's a nice send out
How
to the
they are
emerald.
shaped, like the wings of for Pegasus, the pointed horn for the unicorns, and the circle for the Earth ponies. So I assume
Exactly.
It's
I think the circle was the hoof though, since Earth ponies tend
or a
to
hoof, yeah.
to
Or
go
it
to the
could
ground.
have, or it could have represented an alicorn, majesting her wings.
No, I don't see.
No.
I don't see that.
Yeah.
I think it's just supposed to symbolize the three tribes. You know, you got the wings, you got the horn, then you got the hoof for the Earth ponies that tend to the fields, or at least that was it. Actually, makes me wonder how they get their food because we know that they have restaurants, we know they have a smoothie machine, and apparently tins of baked beans, but we don't actually see them growing fields, and we do get a little allusion to
Well,
Earth
that
pony
probably
magic
wasn't
at the
focused
end.
upon.
It wasn't focused upon. It just makes me wonder a little bit, just because we get that illusion of Earth pony magic when they're running. Those kids are running, and you see the little magical hoof prints starting to glow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just wondering to the illusion.
It's not
to that a
that the
little bit.
things to grow. I mean, it's just that it made when magic was around, it just made things it easier for Earth ponies to grow stuff.
True enough. That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
And when the magic was around, it could have also contributed to their stronger
Strength.
immune systems.
Actually, I figured the strength part. You know, the fact that they can literally kick a tree and knock down apples, kick a tree like it's absolutely nothing. But
Well, Izzy took down that one tree like it was nothing.
yeah, but she did it with a horn, very sharp
She
horn.
She is part woodpecker, part beaver.
Yeah.
Well, she's part can opener. Let's face it.
Oh yeah, and part can opener.
Yes. All right, but yeah, no, I'd say the story was pretty good altogether. You know, it was a general story, but it was told well, and that's always the important thing. It's, you know, not how badly they can surprise you. It's just how much they can actually make the story come across and give it its own flavor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a minor thing, but I just wonder what happened to Sonny's dad.
Probably old age. I'm gonna give it old age.
Or disease.
Maybe he died in a horrible accident from the machines. This is our unicorn catcher that will eviscerate an app. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's terrible. I feel so terrible saying that now.
Also, I like to point out that the biases that and names they were calling each other, and the rude things they believed about each other. Like Earth ponies are idiots.
Oh, I love that. Just that grumpy look that Sunny got the moment that she heard that. It's just like,
It kind of reminds me, well, something I saw in the movie a long time ago. I can't quite. Oh yeah, like Titans or something like that movie about racism and remember the
Remember
Titans.
the Titans? Yeah. Yeah.
We are the
Fair enough.
Titans.
Like kind of like racism like that, but not as extreme. Like
Yeah.
they were distrustful of each other. They believed this of each other. They looked down on each other because of this or that.
No, I think he's.
Also,
I bet
another
money. Ponyman, he's dead. That guy is dead. There is no
It
question
was all
about
the
it.
hallmarks of death who would go without their glasses and jewelry?
It was a nice shot. It was a nice Japanese shrine tribute thing. You know, just that you got the picture.
Also,
and
she
the
kept
mementos.
referring to her father in the past tense. He
Yeah.
was.
He was, and I am so glad that they actually didn't address that. But we already mentioned that. Let's go ahead and move on here. So
Something that someone posted without context was new calling the queen a phony pony full of baloney.
Oh, I love that. That was funny.
Oh, that
I
was
was
clever.
like,
I really wish that they actually did that to some of our leaders here. Just like, okay, they were caught lying. Let's put them in jail instead of just like, we got them lying. Let's yeah, never mind. That's getting too political.
I'm sorry, man.
Too political. Moving on. Too political. Moving on. I'm moving on.
Yeah.
But phony pony full of baloney. That's funny.
But it's not like she did it out of malice or anything. She just did it to keep the peace and order in the city.
I don't know. It's always a question. Is lying to keep the order the right thing to do in the end? Is always the big question. But we're not
He
here to
had
answer
best
big
of
questions.
intentions, but the ends sometimes don't justify the means.
Yeah. Judgment Nay. Oh,
That's
I
what-
love that
and that's
movie.
what-
I love
and
the
that's
Judgment Nay. The Poninator 2 Judgment Nay.
Oh,
that was the
oh.
best thing. Oh. 10 out of
I
10
freaking
movie right there.
love it.
10 out of 10 movie. There is nothing else. We need a poster of that at a Brony convention.
And better yet, he was a unicorn.
Oh God, I didn't. Oh, wait a minute. Wouldn't that be it? Oh wow, that makes me question a little bit here because Judgment Day. Yeah, the Terminators were bad, but it was also a good Terminator that was trying to help the people. And if it was a unicorn, though, then doesn't that mean? Yeah,
And like that, we broke second.
yeah, let that one wrap around your skulls for a little bit. You'll lose your mind.
No, I already figured that. But also something that I love to point out that someone did. You know how the mob song was all kind of heavy.
Actually, you know what? Before we get into that, I just want to open up the segment officially because I was trying to and haven't had a chance. We talked about the story. Let's talk about the songs.
Oh, so many
Someone
bangers.
has pointed out that the music for the mob thing, aside from having callbacks to villain songs such as "Be Prepared" and whatnot, kind of sounds like Teen Spirit.
You know what? That's what I was looking for. It kind of has that Teen Spirit vibe to it, but it also... This is going to sound hypocritical, and people are going to hate me, but anybody else get a weird Lorax vibe from it as well?
Oh, you mean like the What's song?
Yes!
I never listened to that song, and I'm glad
You're
I
right.
never
I am
did.
upset at you.
It wasn't the song, the music itself, no, but just the visuals. The visuals kind of gave me a slight Onceler vibe for a little bit.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's all I'm saying there.
With that "Be Prepared" lyrics, I got that vibe from that Scar song from The Lion King, "Being Prepared."
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
that's what...
we
Yeah.
figured that. They even lit it like it was fire.
Yeah, like marching up, banding together, preparing
Yeah.
for the worst. Prepare for war.
Yeah, I did like it, just kind of the heavy metal thing, and we basically got the song of Twitter now, or the song of basically any group that has something change in their lives. Mom, angry mom. Mom, angry.
I can imagine this meme, the guy gesturing up to the meme.
Yeah.
Mob song.
Okay.
You know, with the butterfly?
Oh, yeah.
Also, it could be the mob song from Beauty and the Beast.
At the same time, though, I mean, there was quite a few songs, but I'm glad it wasn't, like, it didn't feel oversaturated with songs. The songs had a good
it
pacing
was
to them.
not like every 10 seconds, we need a musical here, come on.
Yeah.
No, they were well spread out.
Yeah, they were well spread out. They were ear catching. They had earwormies. I can already see a lot of Brony musicians really going to town on some of these.
Oh yeah, Sprout was following Sunny all day in the intro, of her song.
Oh yeah, fit right into kind of go through a few different genres. And yeah, the rap section still was painful, but it wasn't like it wasn't.
Are we on to Izzy's song already?
We're on to all the songs. Talking about all the songs. But yeah, Izzy's song was good. Had a few fun moments.
Pinkie Pie vibes. The Pinkie vibes were strong with this one.
Yeah, I mean the rapping part. I don't think there was any way to avoid that at some point, but I'm glad it wasn't the whole song either.
Also, that one song where they were moving their tails and like, look at our butts.
That was the same song.
I don't know what Izzy was going for when she look at our unicorn butts.
Well, basically that they were shaking their unicorn butts, their butts the same way a unicorn would, which apparently unicorns shake their butts a very certain way. So yeah, take that where you will.
Cultural appreciation, kids. Shake your butt the right way.
While everybody twerks. Oh God! Sorry, I just my brain just went to twerking. Of course it would. Well, you know what? Walking away. Let's walk away from that one. No, the songs were good though. I did like the songs. They were a lot of fun, and even the DDR song, which had the start and stops every time it failed. That was funny. That was kind of funny.
In all honesty, very well put together movie. I really am excited now rather than just optimistic.
I'm still optimistic, but the movie definitely put it at a good high note, which I'm always happy with. So
The
now
only
with
downside,
that out of the way, now that we talked about the general movie, let's just open the floor to just a random silliness. Mayonnaise.
I was trying to find the right way to introduce that.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of feel them like, I don't like mayonnaise either.
No, it has to be something either with a history or it's just a funny one-off joke.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is probably a funny one-off joke, but it does make you wonder what the hell happened. I mean,
I can think of a few
wing,
things.
feather, magic with unicorns. I can see why those would be considered superstitious, but why mayonnaise? I mean,
Maybe
because of
somebody
the
tried
jar.
to use mayonnaise as an instrument.
Maybe. Here's the funny thing, though. The magic, wing, feather, unicorn, and Pegasus attributes. So the only thing I can think of is mayonnaise has something to do with Earth Pony. Yeah, see, there you go. I just hurt your brains, and now you're gonna wonder what the hell. What was it?
I understand.
Oh, maybe they have to trade with ponies to get mayonnaise.
No, worse. No. Oh, I just had a horrible thought. Funny but
It
horrible.
just occurred to you now?
No, several centuries ago, when they we're gonna guess when they started kind of feuding with each other before they just kind of kept to their own cities. What if an Earth Pony built a mayonnaise catapult that pelted the unicorn city with mayonnaise? See,
That'd be a lot of cleanup.
It'd be a lot of cleanup, and if you don't clean it up in a hurry, could you imagine the smell?
Oh.
Now imagine,
Or
something
maybe
like,
there was a mayonnaise flood from their factory.
or yeah, it could have just accidentally been an accident with a factory and it flooded their town with mayonnaise. But imagine that, and you got several centuries, and you're probably gonna be talking about the mayonnaise forever to the point where it becomes a superstition. We might have figured it out. The mayonnaise had something to do with either a factory explosion or being attacked by it.
It is definitely one of those things of...
And I feel like it's got to be Earth Pony related somehow.
Well, also something to think about.
Or maybe it's related, because the thought just crossed my mind. I don't want to divulge.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah. No.
Twilight...
Don't divulge. Yeah. If it's anything like I'm thinking, don't divulge.
Well, Twilight was afraid of quesadillas because they're too cheesy.
She didn't start peep popping and having to do weird stances every time she saw a cheezo. She just ran like hell away.
No, but second, take that fear and now filter it through 1,000 years of rumors and hearsay.
Well, that's what I was saying. Could you imagine if a town got covered in mayonnaise that started to smell bad after a few days and you couldn't get rid of it? You would have the fear of mayonnaise for the rest of your life.
Especially if it killed someone. Like, oh no, did she really drown in the mayonnaise?
Oh god, that'd be worse. Oh, I could not imagine at that point. Oh,
Oh, that, don't forget there was that town that got flooded with molasses. So
That's what prompted my question in the first place.
all right. So, while we're talking about the random stuff here, I was also being given screenshots by Creature here, and some of
I've
these.
got more, but go on.
All right. First off, this is actually one I barely saw, and this is actually during the mob song, so you could actually miss it.
Oh,
It's there for half a
ponytails.
second. It's there
Oh
for
no,
Oh.
this is B1.
no,
Yeah.
that's a combination G1 and My Little Ponytails, I think.
Actually, I don't know about ponytails, but it's definitely G1 there. There's a lot of G1 there, which that is a nice callback.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, G1 wasn't the only callback by a long shot.
Oh no. I mean, Sunny basically had a freaking display of.
Yeah, her father was a researcher of the old times.
Still, I love that old image of kind of yin, kind of yang.
That was from the around the climax, or when Sunny returned home and discovered the third jewel.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it's nice that they're acknowledging the princesses still, even though it's like the main six took the center stage. This is the one that killed me, though.
And now I have to question how. Oh, there's a spike. Aw, spike.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
killed me.
Okay, so I have a confirmation from our actual pony expert Cole.
Oh,
That those were G1 references.
knew it.
Okay.
I,
Oh.
Actually, technically, that would be the same because My Little Ponytails was still G1, unless he's not acknowledging, but admitting.
Yeah, the more
He's
I
saying
looked
My
at
Little
the-
Pony and Friends.
That's all I
Yeah.
needed.
The more I looked at the images, the more it reminded me of G1.
I also do like
Hold
this.
on.
You got the old map of Equestria, which had Everfree. You had basically it is acknowledging G4 with to a heavy extent.
Well,
The only
as they said,
difference
this
I
is
don't see is
basically-
AJ.
This is basically set very forward in G4's timeline.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's some other images. I don't think some of them popped up the way they were supposed to, so I'm going to be going through the
Also,
links.
how the hell did they know of that box?
What box?
You know, the key box from the end of season 4?
Was that key box there?
Go back one slide.
Oh no, wait, there was an image of it. Well, I could see it happening because, I think that well, the guy did research. I'm pretty sure he found the book, maybe Twilight's journal, and it did mention the box, or at least some pages of it.
Well, actually, that does make sense given the fact that we did have a whole season, so she could have taken pictures and whatnot.
Yeah. But yeah, there we got the headbanging mob there. I like that.
Yeah.
And now
I have to applaud them because we've seen some source filmmaker stuff that doesn't look this good.
Oh
We see
my
some that
god.
look
Oh.
better.
Not gonna lie, this gave me judge with the judge like the from Who Killed
it didn't quite give me
Framed
those
Roger
vibes.
Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit,
Judge
yeah,
Dredd.
Doom.
Remember
Doom.
me
Doom.
when I
Doom.
killed your partner? Just
Brother.
like this.
You killed your brother.
Well, he's not wrong, creature. His brother was his partner.
No,
Anyway,
but if you're gonna say the line, say it right.
Fair.
I couldn't remember every single word, so sue me.
I will.
okay, what are they questioning here? What are they questioning here? The rollerblades, or the fact that she's wearing them, or
They're magnetic.
they might be.
How the rollerblade, or how she's able to grip with the rollerblade.
I'm gonna go with the magnetic.
I'm
Actually,
scared
that
by
would
that
make
prospect, but sure.
Yeah.
And the reason the other rollerblades don't stick to each other because they're somewhere within them is polarity reversed. Oh, self-fulfilling prophecy at the end.
Actually, I didn't think about it that way, but you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm really hoping that whole the alicorn thing that's going on with her was just kind of like the same thing as the rainbow power from the end of season 4.
Yeah.
And it'll vanish by the next.
Only time will tell, though.
Only time will tell, but I
think
just
that she doesn't have the horns and wings the second time around.
the reason
Like,
the reason I'm saying that is just the thinking that is just because they got the rainbow in the mane and the tail, and the horn and wings do look kind of translucent. I just really don't want her to freaking alicorn up literally in the movie before the first season comes out.
I think it was just magic that was showing.
I understand where you're coming from, and I hope they don't pull that either. Well, not at least until later in the series.
Yes, you can do it later. Just don't do it on the first movie. Moving on.
Mhm.
Oh, that's European outlets.
Are those? No, it looks like a normal American outlet, just upside down.
Yeah.
The ground is upside down.
Oh no, yeah, no, that's stupid. That is annoying. I don't blame you for being upset about that. But here's also
Kind of
another thing.
remind me of
They
European
have
law.
power
Not gonna lie.
They have power outlets the same as in America, so leave that to
I guess they couldn't have them the other way, or they'd be sued.
Well, no, there's no way to sue it. It's a form factory thing. It's just.
I'm just kidding. I'm just pulling your leg.
Oh, the smack.
Oh.
And double O.
I don't know. It could be he could actually be a descendant for all we know.
You had sunburst.
Yeah.
Let's keep shipping out of it for a moment.
It's not shipping. It's ancestry. There's a difference. All right, here we go. So many references. Are you guys ready?
All right, hit us.
All right. We got we got Celestia and Luna circling around with the yin yang thing. We have an image of the Twilight Sparkle image from when she ascended to Alicornhood. We do have the footprint of Spike encased in stone, which also can give us an idea of how old everything is. When they say ancient, how ancient we're talking here. Because we're talking about a fossilized footprint of a dragon.
Baby dragon.
Do you think that context actually... Moving on.
Actually, it kind of does, given how dragons couldn't live up to 1,000 years.
But it... fair enough.
Could be a baby foot impression.
Well, it's just the fact that, yes, it's a baby foot impression, but it's a fossilized one.
No, I meant from when he was, before he could form sentences, I mean.
Oh, well, okay, good. I guess there's that too. Anyway, we also have the main 6 with the elements of harmony research paper there.
And Jack's
noticed
covering
the
up
mask.
some of that image section.
We have the Zakora mask, which is interesting in itself. I kind of wonder how.
I
that comes up
noticed
with.
that.
Yeah. We also have the. Wait, didn't that stone shatter?
Yeah, but Twilight was researching it was sunset.
Oh wait, no, yeah, it's not the actual stone. It's just an image of it. So.
Yeah.
Oh God. This just brings a massive implication. The stone was in Equestria Girls. They have images of that stone. What the hell happened with the Equestria Girls world?
Okay, before we go down that rabbit hole, let me remind you, Clover the
Sorry,
Clever.
Ponyman 64 chat box.
Yeah, I was going to mention that Clover the Clever left the detailed history for someone to find about the stone.
Okay, you know what? I'll give you that. Rabbit hole obscured. We're gonna ignore the rabbit hole. But we
we could
I
go
did
down the
know-
rabbit hole after this.
I
Anyway,
did notice
we got,
Star Swirl there.
We also got the cracked
the
bell.
painted image.
We also have the star. Yeah, I did see the Star Swirl painting. I didn't see the cracked Grogar bell, but that is
No,
nice.
I saw that. It was right under the Zakora mask.
Well, I didn't see it, but yeah, the fact that it's cracked too. That's a nice little homage to the end of season 9. Because it did get cracked. It's no longer functional because it's cracked. We're gonna leave it as that.
Negra Manhattan. I all the lettering of Manhattan, but not the top word.
And yeah, you could kind of see the Tree of Harmony right there in the background there too. So yeah, there's a lot that it's alluded to here. It's really nice. Unfortunately, it also makes it a bit of a headache if you're, you know, if you're trying to figure
Looking
out
for
when
all the
this.
references, we'll try to enjoy the movie.
Yeah. And of course
Harry
we have
Trotter.
to do this. Harry Trotter. We have to have Harry Trotter.
Mhm.
Oh, I want. So I want to backtrack a bit because I was just reminded of it.
Go for it.
But there's a scene in this I really, really appreciate.
Oh.
It's not like a big old grand revelation thing. It's when Pip was first doing the live stream when she was showing off Sunny and
Izzy.
Izzy. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it shows like all the ponies outside just looking at the phone. There's a big prompter like in the background showing the feed. How the feed was the focus, but it was in the background, and it was just like a still on that without any cuts.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I noticed that because we see our I want to say our focus character of that watching it and reacting to it while we also see it. That
Yeah,
was
just like-
kinda-
Like the point of the scene was in the background of the actual shot.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of neat.
All right.
Yeah,
now-
that was a good touch.
Oh God, I didn't. You know, the funny thing is, I didn't realize Harry Trotter is actually not a unicorn at all, which makes it all the more hilarious that they're
Nope,
practicing
I
magic.
noticed that right away.
Yeah, it didn't dawn on me right off the bat. All right, now this is the one. Now I'm talking about reception of the movie, and this is actually kind of sad and hilarious at the same time, but it also might be a good lesson altogether. The New Generation movie is doing phenomenally well on Rotten Tomatoes compared to the My Little Pony movie. Granted, probably the big thing is the fact that the My Little Pony movie had several seasons of lore and context, while the New Generation is literally starting fresh right off the start. So that probably helped in its favor.
Yeah, when you have a few seasons ahead of you, you're gonna catch some criticism
Well, you're gonna catch
from critics who know that and
Yeah.
from the fandom.
Yeah, well, the fandom still liked it. Fairly
I know
well.
they
It's
still
the
liked it,
critics
but
that-
they're still gonna point it out.
No, yeah, they're still going to point it out, and critics are still going to beat up on it. And yeah, the movie did have its flaws. I'm not going to deny that in any way. I mean, it's a bit of an ouch. At the same time, though, we had 9 glorious seasons, and the movie, it hit off really well, so that means Generation 5 will probably still go pretty strong. You know, hopefully the fandom will go along with it as well. But,
And to be fair, the message in this movie was a bit more in my opinion, at least a little bit more impactful than the My Little Pony movie in 2017.
it's probably because there was actually a message to begin with. I mean, what was the message of the My Little Pony the movie?
Believing in friendship,
Well, yeah, but that
or
was the
you
whole
can
point
make
of the
friends
series.
wherever you go.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could see it maybe being you can find friends even in the strangest of places. That would be a
Or
pretty
the unlikeliest of places.
yeah. Granted, you know,
Doesn't matter what species you are.
Yeah, there's
That's
that.
how-
what your one
or
was about.
It's a hard one to pin down, kind of, which is kind of the problem.
Yeah,
because New Generation
which
is simple
kind of
enough.
why it didn't get much of a score compared
Yeah.
to the other.
Yeah, New Generation is simple enough. Don't be a paranoid idiot and don't raise an angry mom.
I'm just surprised it got 100% from the critics.
Actually,
Okay,
that's
so
a really big surprise. But I'm
I should
sure
point out
that's
something
gonna
about
change.
Rotten Tomato that a lot of people tend to forget.
Yeah.
I know,
Rot-
it's owned by it's biased.
Well,
No. Rotten Tomato is rated on a yes or no system.
Oh, now
So it's either a thumb up or thumbs down. That 100% means that 100% of critics say that it is good enough for your kids.
So far. Granted, that
Okay, so they must have changed it last time I was on it then.
Yeah.
That's how it's always worked.
But in all honesty, I always tend to go for the audience score more than the critic.
Yeah,
The
me
critic,
too.
Critic will give you an idea of if it's actually a movie that you can learn and enjoy from a cultural standpoint. Audience will tell you you're just gonna have fun with this, even if it's complete batshit mindless crazy shit.
Dang,
Godzilla.
I don't know about that run today.
Godzilla, right there. It's Godzilla. Godzilla altogether.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Yeah, so I run into situations in movies where they would get like a 90 some odd on Rotten Tomato, but if you go and actually read the review and look at the numerical rating that you find on like Metacritic, Metacritic will have it at like a 70 or 60.
Which is still good. It's just not, it's not going to be something that's going to change your life forever or be
Right, so-
That's higher than I was expecting, but then again, the other My Little Pony movie scored lower on Metacritic last I checked.
Oh yeah, it's in like the 40s or 30s.
Okay, I'm obviously
Okay,
losing my mind here. I just
pretty
tried to
much-
I just
oh,
tried to
didn't much
Metacritic
change much since I last checked. Then.
I just tried to Metacritic. Metacritic, how do you rate yourself? Actually, that'd be funny. Just goes, walk away. Walk away. Don't use us. Oh, come on. That's bullshit. Okay, yeah, right now there's only one critic review out of 50, and user scores are giving it a 6.5. This is why I don't use Metacritic. I hate their crap.
Well, Metacritic is less biased than those other reviewers, but
Well, actually,
Metacritic has its own can of worms, and that's like with every like a review
I meant with the
aggregator.
audience.
They all have their.
I meant with the audience score, not the critic score.
Oh no, the audience is hilarious because it's either like 9s and 10s or 3s and 1s, and they give really stupid reasons. One of them is like, one of the worst movies, so bad, 75 characters. What? So it has a lot of background characters that makes it terrible? What the hell? I don't know. Okay,
Everyone has different opinion.
Everyone has an opinion. Guys, just watch it for yourself if you want. But then again, if you're listening to this, you probably already have. Yeah. I liked it. I'm happy with it. I'd say other people should check it out. It's not a perfect movie. I never was going to guess it to be a perfect movie. But it's a good movie. And that's honestly the most I could have hoped for. And I'm very happy for that. Because they at least put some attention and care into it.
They put a lot of TLC in this.
Yeah, they could have shoved something out so easily, but they didn't.
Well, they didn't want to disrespect the fans who grew attached to this series, to this franchise after Generation 4 and disappoint those kids.
No, but on the flip side of that, they shouldn't try and cater to that audience
Exclusive.
purely. They should try and expand.
Exactly.
Yeah, somebody told me they actually embraced all ages watching this movie.
Yeah, which is
The
what
creators.
you should be doing.
Which is a good attitude and a good direction because then everyone can enjoy it.
Heck, it's what Lauren Faust said. You shouldn't make a thing for kids. You should make a thing for families.
Yep.
And that's why one of the main reasons Generation 4 was so successful.
I mean, in season 2, they did give us Chocolate Rain.
Anyway,
And to young whippersnappers, Chocolate Rain was pretty damn big back in the day.
anyway, just for a little bit of a heads up, I know some art of G5 is popping up. If the art doesn't have anything that's actually spoiling the movie, I'm not going to be too concerned of it. But however, yeah, if there's any screenshots of the movie or stuff like that, please try to keep that in the show pics for now. In the show chat. Speaking of which, I just posted a fun video. The perfect video, everybody.
Oh, Cole, we have a poll.
Hello, Cole. How may we help you while we talk about ponies?
Hello.
hi, I saw there was a party, and I was like, wait, what?
We're
We're
talking about the G5
We
movie.
watched it.
Hell yeah.
Have you watched it yet, Cole?
Hell yeah. I woke up at like 6 a.m. this morning to watch it with Feather, and it was worth it. It was great. Actually, no, wait, it wasn't 6 a.m. It was like 4:30.
I should point out to you, Cole. Did you see that one character toward the end?
Or near
Which
the
one?
beginning. Actually, he's in the mob shot. He's in the mob shot that's in pics right now.
I'm gonna look in pics and gifts. I'm gonna look
The
in
one
there.
with the crab on his head, right?
Yes, that one.
Oh, hi,
He's the
Cole.
one that looks like he has a conductor's cap, glasses, and curly
Oh
hair.
yes, of course I saw him, and I was just like,
We found your cousin,
man.
Cole. Anyway,
Did, did some of the creators notice your art of you? Probably.
no.
Dude, it is
Definitely.
just a random
You gotta remember,
design.
I am completely unknown. But one thing that you should note is that there is a stereotype for what a trolley motorman looks like, and my character actually does kind of fit the bill quite a lot. So
Also, Cole, you are famous. It just takes someone on Reddit.
I
posting-
am not famous. I am not.
Anyway, we were basically just starting to wrap up for the most part. We talked about the movie as a whole, our thoughts on the characters, storyline, music, the random stupidness. I want to take a mayonnaise costume to a convention now and see what happens.
Oh no.
Oh, I had an image to send to Feather about an explanation to the mayonnaise being a bad word.
Oh, we had so many thoughts, but what was yours on it?
Hang on.
Okay.
I'll post it in. I need to find it real quick. Again.
It's all good, man. It's real good. In all honesty, this is a nice start. This gives us a nice base to work from. I'm just gonna be not surprised whenever we don't get, some of the more well-known people that may not voice their characters in the show.
Oh God, I just figured it out. You remember how every con year there's always that chant? We got the fun. Then we got the crush, kill, destroy swag.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
I don't know
no.
about this year, but next year is definitely going to be mob. We're just gonna have people shouting mob, angry.
And they're
angry.
gonna break out in a mosh pit.
No.
Second, do not tempt me cosplaying as Mob from Mob Psycho, because I would, and
No,
I would just be like,
I will throw you off a balcony if you do that, because that is a horrible pun. No, I will give you credit if you actually dress up like Sprout Gestapo there.
Okay,
Seriously,
I just
though,
posted into pics and gifts.
Okay.
Actually, why not show chat with spoilers?
Okay, that.
oh,
Cole.
oh.
Actually, we alluded to that, but our best guesses were either an Earth Pony decided to attack them with a catapult and mayonnaise,
Oh my
or a
god!
horrible mayonnaise accident covered the town with mayo for days and just, the smell and stuff probably killed them. That's not
Call it like that molasses incident.
yeah, kind of like the molasses incident, but with mayonnaise. That was our thoughts anyway. Not that.
So instead of drowning in
Not gonna lie, this crossed my mind.
It did cross your mind. It crossed all of our minds. In which point I said, "Don't let it cross your mind." No, stop it, Synchrony. No. This is a Christian podcast. Okay.
Wait, it is? Damn
No,
it.
it is not. It is absolutely not. But come on. Okay.
Well, if we were going by where Second lives, it would have been a Mormon podcast.
That's
Okay.
no. You've allowed me on this podcast, so this podcast is at least slightly pan. So there we go. No.
Cole, honey, you can be
Honey!
whatever you want. Yeah, awesome.
Honey.
Honey?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
You know what?
You're as
I'll own it.
awesome as
Okay,
you want to be.
Stop. We're devolving really poorly here. So let Kolda, since you jumped in at the last moment, and we are recording this, and this is absolutely quite live. What are
Oh
your
dear. Oh no.
yes? What are your actual thoughts on G5 altogether, or the movie at least?
I enjoyed it. It was good.
Uh,
I'm looking forward to where things go from here. This was fun. Like, and I've gotta say, like, I was excited when when the bed sheets came out, and like now that it's a movie, like, yo, it was great, and I am really looking forward to watching it again. Also, I'm really looking forward to gathering trivia from it.
oh God, you are going to have a
Oh,
field
the
day.
trivia! The trivia!
We went
Also,
over
Creature.
so
Creature, give him the screenshots. He will have a field day.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
What
Okay,
movie is
settle down,
this from?
Sparky.
Okay, maybe that won't work.
Well, it will only work for 2 of them, but maybe you can get episodes or something.
Also, from Bingley in chat, he loved it, wished it was a little bit better build up to the second half, but still loved it.
Yeah. True enough. All right, and okay.
That's all fair.
Yep,
That's,
that's absolutely.
oh.
Okay, so you know what? We'll go ahead. One last thing here before we get final thoughts here. Was there anything about the movie that could have been better? Just anything out there that, as long as it's not just something stupid like I wish the unicorns had 2 horns or some stupid crap like that. You know.
Yo.
Well, most of the jokes worked for me. It's just some of them didn't click with me, especially with one of them in the trailer.
That's fair. I just wish I got it. Sorry, you go.
I was about to say, I agree with Vaguely. This should have been at least an hour 45 so we could have some more build up.
That would have been nice, but I think it keeps things at an even pace. I just wish we got a little bit more information about the Unicorn Village. That's the one nitpick I have, because there's so little to go off of there.
Yeah, I could have used our 10 minutes there.
Yeah.
I wanted to know if there was a bit more of a connection between G4 and G5, like how long it's been between the 2 generations. Are Luna and Celestia still alive? You know.
You know what?
Well, they may answer that in the series.
I love the
Obviously,
ambiguous.
didn't want to pack too much into the movie.
Actually, I love the ambiguousness of it. You know that it's enough that we have fossilized dragon prints, and it's literally moons and moons and moons and centuries. You know, ancient. They're talking ancient stuff. So it's long enough that we know that everything that we've ever known has basically been ground through the dust of time. And I like that.
Except for probably the dragons.
I like that because it leaves it wide open for so much interpretation, which means so much fan content can be made from this.
That's assuming that the dragons are still around, Todd, but we'll find that out in the series proper.
That's a whole nother kettle of fish
or
altogether.
fan fictions.
Oh yeah, we have our own kettle of fish to deal with.
Yeah, but I like the ambiguousness of it, that you don't know how long it's been from G4 and G5, other than the fact that it's been so stupid long. You know, we're not.
You don't need the answers right away, especially with the series coming along.
Yeah.
That is the fun, because we have something mysterious and unknown. When was the last time we had that?
Well, I mean, we always have it, but now we got more of it, which is always good. Okay, a little more. Synchry wishes there was more Pip and Alpha Biddle. But yeah, we got the series coming up. That's fair. I felt like everyone came around a little more quickly, show them overcoming the distrust and biases. You know, yeah, that is true. You know, for literally centuries of saying that they're horrible brutes and eating each other up and all that stuff. You know,
Well, maybe those ponies reconciled, but not everyone. There was still a lot of ponies missing from both the Pegasus City and the Bridlewood.
I don't know. I think the large part of it is that they felt that the other tribes took away their magic, other than Maritime Bay, which just basically had a distrust, and they were literally playing with everybody near the end there. But yeah, granted, it was funny still getting Balloon Pony freaking the hell out when he realized what was going on. But
yeah, when he landed in there, I thought, well, that's gonna be a few other ponies and the other 10 left behind in the other towns.
Then again, at the same time, they literally built a Gundam that destroyed a lighthouse. So maybe they just realized they took things a little too far. So who knows?
Uh,
It could have been it could have been good to if they had a little bit more like stewing about what have I done.
Yeah, I'm glad they brought him back too vaguely instead of like killing him or later in the series showing his skeleton tied to a balloon, deflated balloon.
I like that. I did like they brought him back. That was just the perfect running gag right there.
Yeah,
You
at
just
some
saw him
point during the
floating
movie, we
around.
saw him still in the sky.
You just saw him floating around at some scenes, and then and then he finally lands back in Maritime. Anyway,
He went around a full. We went in a circle.
Anyway, any other final thoughts here before we get our final thoughts here? At least on what could have been better.
Well, Hitch was a like animal magnet. Like the little critters wouldn't leave him alone.
I don't know. I like that. I like Hitch being the animal magnet. I thought that was funny since he's trying to be the big manly pony, and he's like got every little cute critter trying to follow him around.
I love the fact that the crab and two beds were following him around, and it's such a regular thing that Sonny just said, and the squad's here. And I just went, okay, that is the Lieutenant Crab, that is Ensign.
Okay, we're getting to lieutenants and ensigns here. All right, let's wrap up. So with that, final thoughts on the movie. Everybody give their last thoughts here before we wrap it up, and then we don't talk about the movie at all for the next 2 to 3 weeks until we give enough people enough time to actually watch it. Starting off with Coldust.
I mean, you already pretty much got my final thoughts, which was I liked it. It was fun.
All right, Creature.
Sometimes it's all it needs to be, you know?
Yeah, that's all it needs to be, and that's all I was hoping for, to be honest. Creature.
I found it very serviceable. I I don't know the words I was going to say to say it, but I felt it was a lot better put together than I originally I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be a hand wave. Yeah, this is what we're doing. We don't really care, but there was a lot more in it I liked than what I didn't like. So it was enough for me to at least see it twice. And also I really like the songs.
All right, DM21.
The animation was beautiful. Boulder Media did a fantastic job, and the music and the instrumentals just fantastic.
Right.
Also, it executed its story well. And sure, the story wasn't perfect, but it got things moving. It wasn't boring. It was interesting. And the vagueness of it all added a little mystery and a little discovery, anticipation of discovery, what we're going to learn in this series coming into in the future, possibly 2022 or 23.
All right. Text Stallion.
And I like the...
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Did you have another?
I like some of the other characters more than I thought I would, and I was kind of my hopes for Zip and Izzy were well met, and a little bit succeeded above what I thought, and that was pretty good.
All right, and Tech.
Well, I went in not knowing what to expect, but I thought it was actually pretty good. And we finally know what Izzy's behavior is like. She had the full behavior of Pinky, but I wasn't sure who else she descended from. But she's definitely a descendant of Pinky, I'll say that much.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, they're hinting the show is going to start next year. I just can't wait for them to dig in more into this.
All right, and Tokoi.
It exceeded my expectations and was very much a good thing to come out of this, and kind of worth the wait simply because it gave us a new perspective. we still have questions because we've been in this show for over 10 years now. And I'm like, I don't care if they answer this at all, simply because they made a good show. That is all we needed. And Suki, we are finishing up stuff.
Suki, do you have any thoughts on the My Little Pony movie while we're wrapping up?
Wait, we're talking about ponies? Who the fuck does that? Bye.
Suki will be here on the show on Monday, whether he likes it or not. Literally comes in at the last possible second. I actually have to applaud him on that. All right, so let me get the final thought in.
I was
here.
half expecting that.
I wish I could say I was, but I really wasn't. So, my final thoughts here. There was a lot that could have gone wrong. They took a risk tying it into the previous generation when they could have just made it a whole thing on its own. It was a risk taking it into a CG platform. It was a risk releasing the movie first, and it was a risk bringing in different characters, different voice actors, different everything. And they met all expectations. Some of them were right on the level. Some of them were even better than I imagined. And it gives me excited. I always try to approach these things with a massive grain of salt. Granted, a lot of stuff has kind of jaded me over the years, so everything is salt. Everything makes me salty. So plenty of salt there. In any case, I'm happy for it. It did everything right. The storyline was solid. The songs were good. The characters were memorable, and I could see this going. I can't see this doing the same crazy gangbusters that Generation 4 did, but I can see it keeping the fandom alive, if not giving it a little bit more breath, which honestly is more than I could have hoped for.
Also, we might get new fans.
Yeah, we'll definitely get new fans. There's no question we'll get more new fans. Hopefully they learn to put on the Derpy Bros safe tags before they start looking at images, though. Anyway.
And maybe we'll get some ex-bronies back.
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know. Google has a bad rap for that.
Let's leave that one alone. Anyway, so all together, though, I'm really happy with what we have here. I can't wait to see what happens with the seasons when they actually do come out. But for now, I'm just gonna let the movie run its course and let the people have fun and probably buy a few more prints. And Izzy is my G5 waifu, though Twilight is always gonna be my forever pony waifu. I will have Twilight forever, but Izzy is a good second.
Also, I love the fact we actually have a male in the cast that's not a button. That's not a butt monkey.
No, he's dressed up like a fireman. He's a sexy fireman. Good night, everybody. Have a good one.
I now pronounce you Sonny and Hitch.
Good night, everybody. Peace out.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.